All right, Shalom. Hey, we're the brothers from the GMS Atlanta camp and the Birmingham camp. We want to start out by giving all glory and infinite praises unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, and Kwakadash.
double honors to our apostles and the elders at Great Millstone that teaching that rule well. Salutations unto the Akim throughout the four corners that are putting their life on the line week in and week out, in season, out of season, to prophesy the gospel of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. And with that, we just wanted to come through, through the spirit, Lord willing, the lesson is edifying, speaking on the topic of the lust of the flesh, man. And speaking on the lust of the flesh, it comes in many different forms and variations, man. It can come through women. It can come through drugs. It can come through, wanting fame and notoriety and wanting people to see you as the popular guy. It can be for the love of things as well too, man. You loving, high price clothes or whatever. You breaking your neck to go to keep yourself in the freshest J's or the newest Giuseppe's or to have this or to have that, man. Those are all lust of the flesh, but it amounts to nothing at the end of the day because it's all just distractions, man. If you would pull that Bible Kushan, 1 John.
All right, this is 1 John. I'm gonna start at chapter 2. I'm gonna start at verse 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
Yeah, because the love of this world is dead set against Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Anything that you could righteously partake or have love for in this society or whatever comes against the Most High because it breeds pride or it breeds contempt against the Lord. You can love your children too much to a point that the Lord may tell you something through the Spirit to move in a particular way, but because of your love for your child, I can't do that. Well, the Lord's like, hey man, you ain't fit for me, man, because He said what? Hey, love not your life, your mother, your brother, your sister. These are the things that could cause you to pull away from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And if y'all brothers have anything, jump on in there.
Verse 16. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world.
It says the lust of the flesh, and what's the ultimate love of the flesh? We're gonna hold that. It's the woman first and foremost, man. Jake is clearly showing you in this society that the woman is the greatest thing to praise on this side, man. Worshiping the creation more than the creator, man. A woman has gotten thousands, if not millions, of men put in the grave behind her herself, man. So that's a key lust of the flesh, man. And through the lust of a woman comes damn near every other lust that you can possibly conceive within your imagination. You got it?
Sirach 25 and 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. So these women, man, the scriptures say a woman is as snares and nets. They always trying to get you caught up in something. All right, even if it doesn't lead to death, it's gonna probably lead to sin. Something in that form of nature. So you really got to watch it with these women because they'll like the brother said, they'll have you trying to chase the top-notch clothes, because that's what women are to. Women are to trending topics.
Follow.
Yeah, follow. So you gotta watch it if you do deal with a woman, all right, because they're into the world. They want to be out here on a Saturday living it up and partying, and we doing the work. So you gotta be careful, with women, because everything that we reading, they love the world.
Because that's one of my favorite terms to call Jake is bitch made, man, because that's what he is. Because he acts like his mother, and when you catch Jake so caught up into their shoes, their clothes, their countenance of visions, their outer appearance, it's because his mother raised him, man. He was around his aunties and his grandmother, so he has the cares of a woman. He doesn't have the cares of a man. He don't want to go out there and pull out a monkey wrench, pull out a pair of tools and get his hands dirty. That got oil on it. That's Jake nowadays, man. Why? Because he's coming in the spirit of a woman. So his cares and his desire are folly filled, just as women are, man. That's the lust of the flesh, man.
He's around his woman too damn long, or he's flirting around women at the job, spending all the time with a woman. So you're gonna start thinking like a woman.
Okay. You got it up.
Precept. This is Sirach 26 and verse 23. It says, a wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, But a godly woman is given to him that feareth the
And
Lord.
that's Jake to a T, always begging, praying on any social media site you see. You can tell the Jake that ain't getting boxed, because all he do is putting up woman empowerment quotes or putting up dirty quotes about women and shit, man. Why? Because that's his desire, man. Jake is out here praying for the Lord to send him a woman, not praying so he can be inclined into the mind of Yahweh Shem Yahushua and actually be a man. He just wants a woman, just so he can become weaker, man, because these women only bring distractions in this life, man, especially within this truth, man. That's why we deal with our women spiritually, man. Hey, when I got time, I'll deal with you. If not, hey, I'm kicking it with brothers, or I'd just rather be by myself, man.
Right. Yeah.
The scriptures tell. Matter of fact, if I could, were you done on that?
Yeah, I was done on that.
Okay. This is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapter 25, verse verse 21. It says, "Stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure." And that's what the men on this side we move in, man. We don't desire a woman for pleasure, man. What do you bring to the table, man?
Right.
Are you adding unto me? If you're not adding unto my kingdom, building me up like these women telling Jake, I need a man to build me up, invest in me. No, bitch, you supposed to be investing in me.
Right.
What are you talking about? So the Lord said, desire the woman not for pleasure. The Lord is telling you how to escape the desires of the flesh. If she's not bringing something to the table, she's taking off of it, man. She's distracting you, man.
I mean,
You
because
got
a
it?
woman basically a succubus, man. Man, she suck the life out your ass, man.
Right.
You hang around your women too long, you stop doing your videos. You know, you stop. You don't feel like going out to camp because you want to spend time with her, man. That's a weak ass spirit, man.
Right.
The scripture said, "And effeminate should not enter into the kingdom of heaven," man.
Right.
You know. But,
You can, you'll finish, go back to that. You still got that for holding in the first John Bible shot? Because it was more on that. Because I wanted to hit every point of going into the lust of the flesh, man.
All right. This is I'll read 17 again. 1 John 2 and 17.
Speak up, Bob.
We was at 17. 1 John 2 and 17. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will. All right, 16. All right. 1 John 2 and 16. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes.
And what are the lust of the eyes, man? The fancy cars, the beautiful array. That's the lust of the eyes of you being glory in the sight of men. You seeing the Chris Brown tour bus, and you got 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 people running after it, man. That's the lust of the eyes. That's something that people would love to see every day, man. These are the things, man. Jake wants to have the dopest pictures on Instagram, on Facebook, on whatever social media sites you have or whatever, on the dopest high rises or whatever. Always taking vacations nowadays. That's the new thing for Jake to shit on the next Jake, is to take vacations. The lust of the eyes, and the eyes cannot be satisfied, man.
Yeah, that's why most of these people. That's why you built up a beautiful point. They can't be satisfied because most of these people that's on social media, they depressed as a motherfucker, man. They sad. What's the new term? Emo.
yeah.
Sad and shit, man. That's the new trend that's on social media now, man. So you really getting caught up in that, man. We're really in the spirit of victory and overcoming, man. We're not in the spirit of trying to put on for these niggas and these hoes out here.
That's right.
Because if I may, we can get that in the kingdom, man. We can get multiple women in the kingdom, man. We shouldn't be worried about that shit right now, man. We should be worried about salvation, you know.
Looking for to be a socialite in this society, because that brings about riches on this side. Because as the brother is going into, you got so many Instagram niggas and Instagram women, which I ain't on that shit. You just see it just from being on any type of social media. These motherfuckers really be living out of boxes, but they prostitute themselves, they whore themselves out to the highest bidder just so they can get around these type of things, to take pictures, to sell it to you people, to sell a lifestyle, man. The lust of the eyes, because you people are insatiable. But yet they don't understand, like, yo, I just need to go get a regular job. To hell with these followers, to hell with these people saying I got a dope lifestyle. I'm just gonna go get a dope lifestyle. But now you out here faking the funk, man. You can finish that off if you could, brother, for sure.
All right, it says, And the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world.
Yeah, and hey, we know what the pride of life is on this side, man. That YOLO, you only live once spirit, man. That is ran rampant throughout America at this point, man. You wanted to say something about?
And I got a quick
Alright, you got it.
It's Matthew 6 in verse start at 19. It says, lay not up yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and thieves break through and steal. So basically, we shouldn't be worried about the things on this earth, man. Because we were just pilgrims walking by, just passing by, man. If you get too much entangled in this place, you're going to get wrapped up in this place. Like it says in Proverbs, it says, hands on the hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, man. So if you get caught up with the wicked, the Lord going to destroy you with the wicked. Right. It says, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through and steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Yeah, man. So if you're focusing on this truth, you focus on the woman instead of this truth, man, then you're gonna damn near die, man. You're just gonna die. You know what? He's just gonna put you to death, man, because you don't have your eye focus on things that's holy, man. You don't have your eye focus on the things that's right, man. You know?
Yeah. This is James chapter 1. 13 through 15. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of the Most High, for the Most High cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempted from any man. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed.
And what is it? That big booty bitch. Right. You wanted her, so what? The Lord allowed Satan on the left-hand side to give it to you, because the Lord said, I ain't tempting nobody. I'm not finna give you a knife knowing that you don't know how to wield this bitch so you can kill yourself, man. The Lord doesn't do that. You asked for it. You prayed for that big booty woman. You prayed for that, you prayed to be the trap God, man.
Verse 15. Then when lust have conceived, it bring forth death of it. Then when lust have conceived, it bring forth sin, and sin, when it is finished, bring forth death. So, hey, man, that's putting it to the point, man. That's a consequence, man. If you want to follow your sin, you want to follow your lust, it's going to lead into sin, and then from sin to death. Like if you so hungry about getting a woman, it's not going to matter that she got a boyfriend or a husband. Then you're going to find you sleeping with a married woman, and then you're going to either get stabbed or shot up, or the Lord going to have you fall like Seattle Snake, man. So, you know, it's just best to just read these scriptures, not for the sake of knowing them, but applying them. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference between knowing and applying the scriptures, man. Because we all faced with that, man. We've all been faced with a woman trying to talk to you and she married. Nah, get the hell away from her.
Yeah, and
I don't want to talk to you.
It really just be like that. Like, you gotta run from it. You gotta flee from evil, man. As if though I'll never forget it when the brother Atazawan had told me, you gotta literally, the scriptures tell you, flee from it as if you were fleeing from a lion, man. That's how you gotta flee from evil, and that's these women first and foremost, man. But that goes without saying, hey, with drugs, being around these niggas in the world, man, you gotta flee from that, man. To hell with these dudes trying to esteem, hey man, he's still down, he's still keeping the G. You know, he be doing that on Saturdays, but he's still kicking the hood. Yo, F them niggas, man. Yeah. Screw all of that. Screw the lust of the flesh, and you won't know the rider, you want to be that nigga, man. We'll enter the Hall of Fame once we make it to the other side of the kingdom, man. That's right. To hell with these people. These people are finna die, man. Yeah. The hell we care about what they got to say. I don't, man. And neither should you brothers that are actually sincerely hearted towards Yahweh Hashem Yahushua on the other side of that screen, man. Whether you be woman, man, or child, man. So for you brothers out there, we have to put it out there. We will fall. You are in the flesh, man. That's what this whole walk is about. It's about fighting the flesh, combating the flesh, man. But at the end of the day, it's for you to pick yourself up. You had that precept earlier. Yeah. And you can pull it, Bobby Bashar.
This is Proverbs 24:16. For a just man falls 7 times and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. So us in this truth, yeah, we don't partake in adultery and sorcery and whatnot, but we do sin and we do fall short, but not on those accounts. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But we do fall. Like, for instance, you might all of a sudden cook some food in the Sabbath against the Sabbath.
Or the Lord could allow to throw you a bone. allow you to get a big booty Judy or whatever, and here you end up sliding on the Sabbath or something like that. But unknowingly, man, you know, we all fall short in this walk, man. But it's about you not allowing those sins to weigh you down, man, to a point you say, you know what, I'm already down here in this filth, in this gunk, in the trenches. I might as well stay here. No, pick yourself up and get back up out of that hole and cleanse yourself and get back on that righteous path, man. That's what this is about. Because Jacob living inside his head too much, man. Because of you having a sincere heart, you'll start to beat on yourself. We can't be like those Edomites. Oh, I know I sinned it. You go scourging yourself, pulling chunks of meat out your back. No, man, that's up to the Lord to humble you. You can't humble yourself, man. So get back on the right track. That's what this is about, man. Battling the flesh. That don't mean you ain't gonna get punched, man. You're gonna get hit in this walk, man. It's about he that endured unto the end, though, man. That's the point.
Quick precept. It's 2 Ezra 14:14. It says, let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, and put off now the weak nature. Yeah, so you shouldn't be in the weak nature here, man. Because we know what we got into, man. The Lord said, you come serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation, man. You know, so if you get weak, man, the Lord said, hey, you weren't made for the fight, man. Now you just sitting there while demons punch it, you know, knocking your ass out, man. You better put them precepts out on them, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You in a dope house or whatever it is. You know you just got off a coke, and yeah, you walk off into a dope house and I'm gonna get strong. No, motherfucker, get your ass up out of there, man. Put yourself in a different environment, man. And the only way you can put yourself in a different environment, as the brother is saying, you gotta combat these demons with scriptures, man, and walk it. Not just knowing it, as the brother say, you gotta apply it, man. And it's always easier said than done. Got it?
Verse 15, it says, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and has thee to flee from these times.
So quit fixating on the things that you lack in this truth, and focus on the mercies that Yahweh Shem Yahushua has blessed you with, and work on those weaknesses, man. So if your weakness is women, learn how to turn them down. It's brothers in this camp that, hey, it ain't shit for brothers to get women. The problem is, hey, you turning them down, because it's like a kid in the candy shop. Every time an adult passes him the candy, the kid packing his mouth full of candy. Like, nah, man, you gotta spit one of those out, man. You gotta keep one, man. That's what it is to be in this walk. If it's being around, as me and the brother Bars always going into addictions, that the lust of the flesh for drugs and whatever, man. Like if it's brothers on prescription pills, if you on that lean, depending on if you got a particular ailment, break away from that, man. You gotta trust in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. The scriptures say his roughly paraphrasing, speaking on he that is faint-hearted, for the Lord shall not defend him. Why? Because his faith is weak, man. He don't believe the Lord can deliver him, so therefore the Lord won't deliver him. You gotta work on your weaknesses in this thing, man. That's what this is. That's what this walk is about. You had Salaki.
Go back to it.
You had something? Yeah, you go back to that.
Going back to this 2 Ezra 14:17, it says, look now how much the world shall be reaped through. Now that's it on this slide.
Yeah, that was it on
this slide.
All right, well, did you have another one?
Yes, Rock too.
Yeah, you can pull that as a rock.
Thank God.
Because the thing is, in this walk, man, the Lord will really take you through your worst nightmares to show you that was nothing to be feared. The only thing to fear is truly Him, man. And He's gonna take you through those lusts of the flesh, the things that come so easily for you to fixate upon, man. And He's gonna show you, yo, that should be the least of your thoughts, the least of your words. You was tripping over, getting over women that you couldn't get them. Now He's sending waves of women at you. Now you gonna see the other side of the coin. Yo, I gotta learn how to say no. And for brothers that's easily getting women, hey, you might go through a drought. A brother that's dealing with drug addiction, the Lord may send that same particular pain. Now you got to trust on the herbs instead of trusting on Esau's pharmaceuticals to deal with the pain, man. That's how the Lord allows you to battle these things through the Spirit, man. You will see these things again, but how do you respond to them? That's the point. And if you happen to fail, you don't, I'm gonna fail again tomorrow, and I'm gonna fail. Give yourself excuse to fail it. No, get the fuck up, man,
Right.
and fight, man.
Right.
That's what this is about. Quit making excuses for yourself, man. You got it out.
Yeah, this is Rock 2 in verse this is Rock 2. It's like this is Rock 2, and I'm gonna start at verse 13. It says, woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended.
So what the hell is you praying for? What is you working on? If you don't believe the Lord can do it, what is you praying for? To take this away from you, to take you away from that, to strengthen me in this. If you don't believe he can do it, man. Because the flesh is a motherfucker, man. That's why all these people are gonna die. Why? Because they gave into the flesh and they were overcome by the flesh, man. But us on this side, we have to overcome in the spirit. We're strengthening our spirit. And the only way that can come about is through spiritual exercise, man. It's dealing with those very things. If brothers don't have anything, I'll finish off on this. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 76. And the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith Yahweh power, let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift themselves up. You can close that out.
Con, hey, don't let your sins weigh you down, man. Keep on fighting the good fight of faith, man.
Con.
You know?
Yeah.
With that, just praise be was edifying and give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash,
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yay, Bye.